Check this out. Looks like that really was an entrance of sorts. Jade corridor. We still seem to be in the same bizarre enclosed space as before. We've got quite a long road ahead of us, don't we? We sure do. Kevin? Is it really cute us? Monsters? How did they just appear out of nowhere? Okay. Oha, wie viel Schaden die einfach machen. Ja, eine Frechheit. How can this be? I know exactly what you mean. There are a whole lot of monster types in our world, but that's my first time seeing any like that. This is like being in a totally different realm. And the monsters weren't even the strangest part. Tell me about it. The elements against them weren't your usual fare either. Exactly. The three elements of space, mirage, and time were in effect during a battle too. Not just the traditional four elements. For the observant rookie, didn't think you'd notice to that extent. This points yet another clue that we're a long ways from home. I mean, you'll find a boatload of monsters that are weak to fire and familiar, but you're not going to find any that are weak to mirage. You know how it is? Tita do. Spiritually, the world in which we live is in a relatively low plane of existence. To quote the Testaments, our world and the world of goddess will forever be separate. She simply dropped pebbles from above, known as miracles. Quoting word for word. So, hey, I guess those are the basic principles. We just keep running into surprises. Space, time, and mirage all here. It should be impossible. What about those monsters themselves? Honestly, they were less monsters and more fiends. Creatures that shouldn't even be allowed to exist in our world. And yet they somehow do without any problems here. And I doubt that those are the only ones. Are we going to be alright in here? Hopefully, they're tough, but not so tough we can't handle them if we're together. It's not like there's anything else for us to do back in that base area. Let's keep walking and see what we may find. What we find, I say. It might be worth going back briefly to check our open setup, though. Seeing as we've got more elements to account for now. True. Oh, Kevin, let me give you a gift. Wie viele Bücher wird er mir noch geben? What's this for? It's called a monster guide. It was designed to record data on monsters, their habits, their weaknesses, and the like. I think it would be wise for us to note anything and everything we come across here. Although I suppose Fiend Guide would be more appropriate here. Haha, you're telling me. You sure I can't just store all this info up in my own noggin, though? I'm already putting enough stuff in regards to the notebook as it is. My hands are gonna be numb at this rate. You complain way too much, Kevin. Your night, do your job. Yes, ma'am. But I'm left with present, I guess. Scribble, scribble. Well, happy. Oh Wunder, ich habe alle Leute im Prolog gefunden. Komisch. Oh, was? Stimmt, hier habe ich mir jetzt auch an. Hier sind tatsächlich die hohen Elemente unterwegs. Das ist interessant. Auch interessant, dass wir quasi mal eine Erklärung jetzt bekommen haben, warum sie irgendwo aktiv sind. Die Erklärung hat mir in Cold ein bisschen gefehlt. Tauchen hier echt einfach so auf, ist ja eine Frechheit. Did you know it's true that Zin's name was once written as Zane, but another name change considered was Olivia's? The original suggestion was Oliver. The chat is glad that request never went through. Wow, die kriegen die sogar hier Lore, wie die Namen von den Charakteren in der Entwicklung entstanden sind. Nice. Oder um es Stell zu zitieren, Nido. Muss definitiv Arzt benutzen. Warum hat das jetzt nicht getroffen? Muss ich das verstehen? Okay. I'm here because they ran out of jokes. Okay, schade. Erster Dungeon, schon keine Jokes mehr, schon schwach. Das Spiel ist literally unspielbar geworden gerade. Wieder ist so schnell einfach schon wieder aufgetaucht, in Frechheit. Okay, die sind alle schwach dagegen. Zack. Kriegen so schon viele EP. The chest, my kingdom for a chest. Okay, es war ein Teleporter zum anderen Teil dieser Ebene. Okay, gut zu wissen. Da ist eine Blockade. Huh, what's this? It's really pretty. Looks kind of like a cube of Septium, but I don't think that's what it is. Yeah, maybe we should touch it and see what happens. Ceiling stone. Does it seem harmful? Nope, seems safe to me. Wish I knew what it was though. The light coming off it so warm. Kind of slow, rhythmic glowing from it reminds me of a beating heart in a way. Was that? There's our cube again. Visitor from afar. You who possess the cube. It's that voice from earlier. Just who are you? Where are you talking just from? Raise that ceiling stone before the monument in the garden. Then the barrier, and the imprisoned shall... Oh, I can barely work out what it's trying to say. All I could get is that we need to take this thing to the monument. I will unlock another power. Cube. Make use of it. Cube's warp functionality is now available. To use it, click the icon at the top right corner of the screen, then select the location you wish to warp to. What the? Beware the malevolent one. Gather strength, or you too will be forever. Don't even ask. I feel like I'm in some kind of weird dream that just gets freakier by the minute. I don't sense anything bad coming from the voice, but at least more like it trying to guide us forward. True, it does. You don't think the cube has a will of its own and that it's the thing talking to us, do you? I doubt it. It kept talking about the cube as if it were a separate object. My hunch is that the source of the voice is someone else. And then there's that malevolent one it was bringing up to. I could see that being that man in black we saw when we run in here, but it could very easily be someone else. All of this is starting to make my head hurt. Join the club. Well, let's try and take things one step at a time, okay? And on that note, the best place to start is probably giving Cube new power a shot. You're serious? I am as serious as can be. There aren't many artifacts that have the power of teleportation, you know? And if the situation we're stuck in, we need to use everything we've got at our disposal. Alright, be sure you're careful when you're using it. I will. Frage ist, welche Taste kann ich dafür nutzen? Habe ich irgendeine Taste? Ah, R3, okay. Okay, das ist eine sehr schöne Karte, muss ich sagen. Also auf meinem Controller ist zumindest R3, sagen wir mal so. Die Taste, mit der man im ersten und zweiten Teil die Liberal-Karte aufruft. Oh. Alright, that actually worked. Now we've got a quick way to get back here to safety if we run into danger. It does sound useful. I still can't bring myself to put much trust in that cube, however. Oh, I'm not planning to lower my guard around this thing either. I'll keep using it with caution, so don't worry. Anyway, next up, this little guy. That ceiling stone. That voice made it sound like something would be released from it if we hold it up to the monument. Any guesses? No, but I know how to find out the answer real quick. I'll handle holding him up, but I want you to stand by prepared for a fight just in case. We've got no idea what we're dealing with here. Understood. Something's happening. Alright, time for a moment of truth. Dass dadurch verschwindet, war mir schon klar. Das ist keine Überraschung. Ist das alles? What? A girl. What? Huh? What was that light? Isn't she the girl from Professor's photograph? Huh? Kevin? You are Kevin, aren't you? I'm not seeing things. What are you doing here? Where do I even start? But yeah, it's the radio. Good to see you again, Tita. Looks like you've grown a little taller. You noticed? Hehe. I'm happy to see you again, too. What brings you back to LeBeau? Is this girlfriend of yours? Wait, I was in the house with Dad getting dinner ready because Ale was coming over, and all of a sudden everything went white, and then, where am I? This looks nothing like our house. Am I dreaming? Is this all a dream? Alright, I should pinch myself to check. Yep, this is the Tita everyone knows and loves, alright? She's adorable. Yeah, she's adorable. So that's what happened. This is all because of that artifact Mom pulled out of the lake? Honestly, we can't even be sure right now. Especially if we assume that's the case. How did you end up here when you were all the way over in size? It makes no sense. You're right. It sounds as though you two were fairly close to one another when you were sent here, but Gransel and Size are really far apart. Based on your account, however, we were all surrounded by that light at roughly the same time. That's more than a coincidence in my eye. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, whoops, I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? My name is Tita Russell. I am an apprentice at Site Central Factory. I'm with Argent, a sister of the Septium Church. I've heard a lot about you from Kevin and your mother. Oh, you've met Mom? I have. She showed me a photograph of you too. And now that I've met you in person, I can see why she boasts about you so much. Was she doing that? Oh, Mom. She didn't say or do anything inappropriate to you, did she? She tends to lose control of herself when it comes to people as cute as you. Lose control how? I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude by calling you cute or anything. It's just that you're kind of quiet and really pretty, but you've got this really unique aura about you. Unique? You're every bit as sharp as your mother. Goddess doesn't make you more unique than Therese. Oh, please. Anyway, what are the two of you planning on doing now? Are you going to keep looking for a way out of here? That's the plan, yeah. Not that we've made so much accidental progress on that front so far. We barely started exploring when we found you. Oh, I see. If you don't mind, then please let me help you look. I won't get in the way, I promise. Getting in the way wouldn't be the issue here. That's a tough one. My gut tells me you're better off staying here, to be honest. You've proven yourself to be made of sturdy stuff, but like I said before, this place is just one big and very dangerous mystery. If that's true, then who's to say I'd be safe staying here on my own? If I'm going to be in danger, I'd rather go with you and at least try to help out. Fair point, I guess. Huh, well, every bit as spunky as Estelle too, you know? Hehe. You can't be serious, Kevin. Trust me, she's a lot tougher than she looks. She went to the Liber Arc and came back down in one piece. Plus, she's survived ages, knows so many sketchy fights beforehand. Don't be so quick to judge just because of her age. But still, please, I really want to help. I'll do everything I can to make sure I don't cause you any problems. Really. Alright, if you're sure. You mean it? You seem to understand the consequence of your actions and what it means to worry others. And as long as that's the case, I've got no reason to say no. Still, please do be careful. Thank you, I will. Yeah, seriously, if anything were to happen to you on my watch, I'm sure my death at Erica's hands would be a slow and painful one. I swear I won't let that happen. Deal? Alright, let's get back to work. Once Tita's equipment is set up, it's back to exploring we go. Understood. Right. Okay, ich habe mit einer Menge gerechnet, aber nicht damit, dass der Tita da auf einmal rausspringt. Oh, ihr neues Bild ist ohne ihre Mütze. Cute. Irgendwie irgendwas für sie? Nein. Okay, was hast du für ein Ornament? Du hast tatsächlich was eingesetzt hier überall. Sehr schön. Kriegt auch noch Information rein. Einfach. Weil, und dann gehen wir weiter. 3 Stunden? Und tatsächlich ja. Es gibt anscheinend doch ein paar Dings, ein paar Hubs. Ein paar Orte, wo wir es interpretieren können, sagen wir mal so. Aber besser ihn angegriffen. Wo muss ich jetzt lang? Hier, dann rüber. Sehr gut. Level up für Kevin. Wasn't this path blocked before? Sure was. What's going on? Is something wrong? The last time we passed by here, this path was blocked by some kind of barrier. But as you can see, it's nowhere to be seen now. Really? I wonder what could have caused that. Well, if we think about what changed since when we last passed here and now, maybe it was releasing Tita from that stone that caused it to disappear? I mean, we haven't done anything else. Oh, I see. So that actually could be it. Huh, you think? But think about it. The stone with me inside was near here too, right? Maybe that was more than a coincidence. This could be among one of the many rules that govern this place that we just haven't figured out yet. Rules? I think I get what you're trying to say. So in this case, we wouldn't have been able to advance any farther if we hadn't released you from that stone. That's right, I can't be sure, but I do have a good feeling about it. And a good feeling is good enough for me right now. We still don't have a clue who's responsible for the situation we're in, but it all feels very deliberately set up. Which is all the reason we need to be careful, I suppose. Ah, gehen wir haben schon mal gekämpft. Okay, den kann ich von hinten treffen, okay. Soulblur. 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 Huh? Ah, das sind die berühmten Türen, huh? Eine Mondtüre. What's this? A shining door with a moon on it. Welcome. Bring to me the girl skilled in orbital engineering. Only then shall the door open. I could hear a voice talking right into my mind. Looks like the door's got a will of its own, like the tree, spring, and monument back in the garden. There'll come a day when I get used to all these funky talking objects, I'm sure. I can only think of one person who might fit the door's description. You think it meant me? Most likely. It's a pretty terrible riddle, it's sure not me or Eve. Hey door, it's her you mean, right? Indeed, she's the one I seek. Only she may enter. If she fears not the trial within, she should step forth to the door. Trial? Maybe it wants to test your strength to see if you're worthy of something. And apparently, we can't even go inside to back you up in it. That's ludicrous. I propose we disregard this door and move on. Wait, I'm going to go inside. But Tita, hold on just a sec, there's no way. I feel like this might be another of the rules I was talking about earlier. And besides, we've got so little to work with as we try to get out of here. We need all the clues and help we can get. If it seems like it will be too dangerous, I'll come right back out, I promise. Well, alright, we're counting on you. But like you said, if it seems too dangerous, come right back out. Don't expose yourself to any more danger than you need to. Do be careful. I will. Ja, ich wollte nochmal gucken, ob das ein langes, ein kurzes oder ein Minigame ist, glaube ich nicht. Das müsste die Sonnentür sein.